is a war. It's happening now. It will decide the fate of humanity. The time to choose sides has come. We are the Resistance. We are the InfoWar.
A few years ago, ideas that we talked about were thought to be fringe ideas, radical ideas, extremist ideas. Those ideas are now mainstream.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country.
And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere.
Do something about your dad's immigration practices, you feckless.
What's Uncle Tom but for white women who disappoint other white women?
One way you get rid of Trump is a crashing economy, so please bring on the recession.
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president?
I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House.
Ooh, was that supposed to be the GOP stepping up or something? Because that's pretty weak and pathetic if you ask me. If you're really trying to do some psyop on the American people and push campaign ads, why don't you actually step your game up instead of playing grab butt like they do? Look at this right here. Minority hiring in the news media. Welcome. I'm treating you to a bonus episode because of those things that I found earlier, which makes sense for what's happening right now. Back in 1991, look at this. Minority hiring in the news media. That's why we have all these foreign subvertants in our media right now telling us Americans how to live our lives. That's why they are symbols of oppression, because they aren't Americans. They don't even believe in our culture. Why could they even talk about it or anything else? Look at this. At-risk readers of newspapers. Look at this. They were plotting a long time ago to entrap people in the media somehow, lie to them. They were already plotting long ago, at risk, who would not normally buy newspapers, because, you know, you gotta lie to everyone. You gotta keep everyone in trance. You gotta keep all their power. Just like, why the hell does no one ever talk about this person right here? You figure as the majority leader of the Senate, he would get all kinds of news coverage, but this phantom right here, like I always complained for the past 2 years, no one reports anything about this retard right here, who's literally siphoning our money off to the Chinese government as well, along with his treacherous wife right there. Go look at who her dad is. Unbelievable. Literally plotting the invasion of the United States, who's a communist overlord, and he's somehow allowed within 10 feet of our government. Are you insane right now? This right here should be all over Fox News and everything, especially after that book that came out. You're insane. This is why I don't trust any of them. This is why all these people are symbols of oppression. There's no such thing as competition. This is why you have to believe Alex Jones, because Alex Jones could actually lose everything he has. That's why he needs to be honest. These people, they're not really in competition with one another. Fox, CNN, ABC, NBC, all they do is get government tax dollars. They get kickbacks. They get everything. Like Shepard Smith hemorrhages Fox News millions of dollars, but they never fire him because they don't care, because that's just the loophole so that Hill could reference Fox News through Shep, and then they do kickbacks like that. So it sets to a circle. That's why no one's ever talked about John McCain right now, invoking complete Stalinness. Would you be allowed to sick government forces on American citizens and get away with it? Why is it that John McCain's allowed to take over the government and sick it on American citizens? That should be a #1 headline everywhere. John McCain hijacks government, attacks American citizens. Total communist. A complete and utter communist, that you're using the government to attack poor citizens who disagree with you, especially politically. You're out of your mind. Fox News, zero time. All these people are obsolete. And frankly, even the independent media is letting everything slide on this one. Why? Because John McCain has brain cancer or something? Are you kidding? So that gives him a complete pass to be a complete Stalinist criminal communist who attacks Americans and undermines their values and wants to destroy their livelihood. But he can do all that all because he has a brain tumor. You're out of your mind right now. You people need to start waking up as well. I'm starting to realize a whole lot as well. Welcome to another exciting episode of Media Hunter. That's right, I've scoured the depths again and brought you glorious film, just like how I said before. The previous GOP film was weak, so I redid it, touched it up, showed you with a little bit more imagination. If you really want to hit that hard ball, if you really want to show people what's up, this is what you gotta do. And I also figured out the secret space program, John Conyers, everything. They control and manipulate the elections so they don't have to recycle everyone. Imagine keep having to tell all the new people who get elected about the secret space program. That's why you gotta rig elections, keep everyone there. Yep, why else? Why else are these people here for 40, 50 plus years? Imagine if you had to actually have real elections, the sequel would get out because everyone would know about it. There would be too much recycling within the chambers, just like this image I kept from you from the other video. Look at this. Is Antarctica right here. They have a bubble city like this, just like they want to have the smart cities over here. You don't think they already have the smart cities over there in Antarctica, everything? Why do you think it's blocked out and everything still 2018? You want to talk about satellite imagery? Give me a break. Just like everything else that they siphon off of us. If you're really going to take all of our money, you can't at least show us what Antarctica really looks like on Google Earth. Beyond frustrating. Truly incredible. Like I said, back in the 60s, people were more awake then than they were ever since the weather balloon and JFK. That's when they had the blanket over America. They started suffocating everyone's intelligence. Truly incredible. When will we rise up? When will we wake up? Look at this ad. This is how you kick people in the balls.
Ideas that we talked about were thought to be fringe ideas, radical ideas, extremist ideas. Those ideas are now mainstream.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country.
And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere.
Do something about your dad's immigration practices, you feckless.
What's Uncle Tom but for white women who disappoint other white women?
One way you get rid of Trump is a crashing economy, so please bring on the recession.
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president?
I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House.
By the way, does anyone else notice that Chuck Schumer's aide is literally everywhere? I swear, go look at some videos. She's everywhere. Quick thought.